Welcome to the Silent Hill Ascension pre-show. I am Noah, here with the iconic Eduardo. Eduardo, can you show us what we're going to do today?
Right. Our lovely production team's going to throw up the run of show for you all at home. Hope you're having a delight wherever you are around the world. Now, we got our pre-show as usual. That's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You're here. You're on time. Now, the show, 6 p.m. Pacific. You're also on time, if only a little bit early. That's every weekday. And for today, we got a special interview with Martin Montgomery, returning guest you'll want to stick around for that. If you're interested in kind of like how the narrative around Silent Hill Ascension or narrative design in general, I would very strongly recommend you stick around for that one. Now, Noah, what's Silent Hill Ascension about?
I would love to tell everybody, because Silent Hill Ascension is a socially interactive streaming series where all of you collectively shape and experience its evolving story. So you collaborate and compete with others to try and make the choice you want. So when each decision ends, that choice locks in as canon. So it can't be changed. There's no reset button. This is the version that everybody sees. A canon shaped by you by participating in our endurance streams and more. So let's look at the scene that we've had today. We have Rachel, who completed the forbidden ritual, and that had some dire consequences. Please, production, show us.
In order to have the true sight necessary to find faith, there must be sacrifice. We wander the earth blinded by what we can see. Blind to sickness, blind to rot, blind to the blight that consumes us. Purifier, grant me your sight. Open my mind to your vision. Ah! Da mihi visum ut invenias quad quedo. Faith, you've come back to me.
Rachel, what have you done to yourself?
Oh my God, is it over yet? I can't see. Sorry.
I mean, right. I mean, that's the thing, right? It's all about the eye for detail here. It's about having the foresight to make sure that you're taking care of what's important. Now, that being said, our audience chose what they chose. Rachel clearly sacrificed her own eye. If you hadn't seen that scene, I'm sorry. If you had seen that scene, I'm also sorry. But we did have to show it to you. It's really important for what's going on, because here's the thing. Unlike a lot of the other decisions, when we say a decision's permanent, there's implications from a sense of, oh, this character is going down a certain direction. This is their character arc. This one, a little more permanent, like really straightforwardly so, though.
You can literally see, with one eye at least, the consequences that your choices have. Everybody, remember, we are playing with lives. These are, story lives, yes. Thank God. And this is why we are enjoying the mutilation of organs. But this does show the impact y'all have. And I saw somebody in the chat say eye for an eye. I did hear that it leaves the world blind. So maybe we want to reconsider it. But in Rachel's case, it's too late. Her eye's gone. And I think it's a bit ironic.
Well, I mean, by the way, I've been loving seeing the eye puns, so to speak, in chat. They've kind of been just like rolling around, But, for somebody literally recreating the scene in free little emojis as well. No, that's the thing. We really hope the story at least moves on.
Right. So let's discuss the story so far. Eduardo, can you walk us through it?
Absolutely, my pleasure. Production's going to put that up on screen for you, our story so far in Pennsylvania. So we're going to start off here, right? Rachel escapes her otherworld encounter and with Astrid, right? And she learns that, there's another mother looking for her missing child. Now, that's followed, right? Rachel comes back. She drops on Eric and Krista. And that kind of throws her marriage into turmoil, right? Like, because will they, won't they, between Eric and Krista? Not great when you're the wife in one of the partners there. And then finally, well, that's the thing, right? Rachel lost an eye. You saw the door open. The other scene that kind of came of that, as punishment for doing the forbidden ritual, Rachel tells Xavier she must answer for herself in a tribunal. Now, normally we don't do spoilers, but one of the things is, one of the decisions today is specifically how will Rachel testify at the tribunal that ends in 20 minutes. And usually decisions match the scene. So, we're going to see the results of that pretty quickly. We'll dive into that decision. It's really, really close right now between redemption and damnation. So we'll dive into it. But That's the thing in Pennsylvania, Noah. Essentially, Rachel kind of came back from her otherworldly vacation. And
it reminds me of my Christmas vacation, to be honest. It wasn't it wasn't what I expected it to be, but thank God I wasn't missing anybody's dear to me. But Rachel and Astrid both found each other. They don't know even each other's names. All they know is they're both missing a kid in the fog, and they don't know what the fog is going on.
No, I mean, that's the thing is, the children are missing, right? We still don't know where they are. We're not actually quite sure. I mean, okay, so Orson kind of made sense, right? He ran away into the fog. Faith is a little unclear.
And Orson is a biter, too. So we all know that Orson isn't the easiest. Faith was like, 1 second, she was like the nerdy foundation enthusiastic child. And then she's like gone, and it's all weird. With Orson, I would expect it. Sorry, because of the biting.
Yeah, it's like somebody tries to kidnap it. Orson's like smacks the arm, munches over it, makes sure to have a lovely taste. Maybe put some cat. Anyways, different plot there. So that's the thing, right? With Pennsylvania
Fan fiction.
Yeah, it's very much about like kind of this character drama, right? We have the monsters come over, and now it's coming back into the character drama and the interpersonal. We have, a healthy dose of gore
right.
from, again, that scene that we saw.
I'm really getting into business here. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this. So let's look also at Norway, where other horrible things are happening. Eduardo?
Yes, thank you. And our production team's putting Norway up on screen. Thank you so much to them. Now, up there, right, Astrid's illusions are forcing her to confront the possibility that she killed Orson, but, she's cleared because Detective Hogan is suspended. Part of that also is Astrid following Detective Hogan, trying to get some answers. Now, Astrid tells Britt about, the woman she met in the otherworld. Now, we know that's Rachel, and confronts her sister about her addictive behavior. And finally, and now that came to an understanding, which I believe was the damnation option that won there. And finally, Carl attempts to protect Eva from herself as more of her dark side comes to the surface. And what the fuck, Eva? Seriously, what the hell is going on there?
Eduardo, girl, I've been wanting to talk to you about Eva because really, like you said, what the fuck? And I did say what the fuck before, but now there's a new bar. But Eva is, everybody knows that Eva is creepy, and that's not shocking anybody. But the levels, the depth of the depth of creepiness is really, it's thick as the fog, right?
No, that's the thing, right? It's like, oh no, I need the monster. Oh, I missed my opportunity. Like, opportunity for what? Well, oh no, I just like you'd think she's like at a signature rally for her favorite star or something. What was she looking for?
I know. She's kind of reminds me of, I don't know if anybody remembers the serial killer, the Night Stalker, but he had some fangirls outside the court waiting for him, like to marry him and sending him dirty pictures. And Eva strikes me as the kind of lady or young lady that is, something's off. Now, I can't tell if she's the Night Stalker or if she's the stalker of the Night Stalker, but something's wrong there.
No. I mean, something's wrong with Eva for sure. That's a no-brainer, right? At least one of the things, though, is we know that, it feels like, compared to the other characters in Norway, right, it's kind of a relief because with, say, like Carl and Astrid, it feels like they're dealing with something that's wrong, right? Like Carl has to essentially deal with like kind of the revelation about Mette. That's a little bit weird, right? Like that little field of hospital tags, not the best little moment there. And by the way, that's a big decision as well that will pay off. And if a couple of days. So do make sure to check that out about what to do with what Carl's going to do about Mette there. But like, Astrid's dealing, I think, as best she can. Like she doesn't, unlike say in Pennsylvania where like they're involved in the cult, right? They kind of like have these explanations. She's kind of like in it. Like she doesn't know what's going on. She's missing her kid, and she's not getting a ton of support. So she's really. I feel Astrid is like a character that has to deal with a lot of trouble, essentially.
Right. And I feel like Carl, the only time where I really see him have any warmth is with fucking Spooky Eva. So I do not know what that is about. But in my opinion, he has so much warmth for this creepy girl that he couldn't have for Astrid or Brit or even his dead wife or even his current creepy lover.
I mean,
Well,
that's the thing. Your opinion of Carl has gone down the tubes, I guess, is a result.
well, I don't know. I like seeing him being warm to someone. But let's talk about decisions here again. And let's talk about faith and hope. That's so important here.
Right. So again, decisions, endurance scenes, puzzles, all of this is contributing to, the what the fate that characters will face is, right? Redemption, suffering, or damnation in Silent Hill Ascension's finale. And now that thing is that their fate is decided across the length of the season, but their hope, conversely, has to be high enough for them to survive that kind of crucial story moment. That was, if we're thinking back to Toby, right? Even though Toby was really on a redemption arc, very low hope led to what it was. But by the way, no, I've been noticing a trend. So, when we started, decisions were a little bit all over the place. As we got into the weeks, like week 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's been trending in the redemption path. A lot of the characters getting their redemptions options through. But now I'm noticing the audience is a lot more aggressive on those suffering and damnation options. There's a lot more neck and neck in these decisions.
Right. I have a feeling that a lot of people had troubling Christmas or holiday vacations and came back a bit pissed. And now everybody wants to see somebody in pain because the high of the end of the year and the new year is over and we're all still fat and we're all still upset and we all still have to pay bills. So we're taking it out on our poor characters here. But yeah, I do see more engagement and it's so fun to see. And I see that people are actually calling for chaos in the chat right now.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I did like Drew as well, which was like damnation for all except Eric. Eric has like kind of a special place with the audience, right? Because of that choice of taking the eye, it was never a choice of taking Eric's side. So Rachel's eye of burning the book. It was not. Eric's eye was out of the question. I understand. Eric's a likable character, right? And he's avenging good old Toby, another big fan favorite, so totally understand the audience at home loving this. But yeah, no, right now, here's the thing, right? I'm looking at the decision as long as I'm on my screen. So right now, Redemption and Damnation neck and neck. Redemption's just above, but Damnation has a small rally, so a little bit of a bonus. And it's really how will Rachel testify at the tribunal? The options are winning right now are she can quit. She's going to say she quits the foundation, or she's going to insist she's right. About the whole taking the eye out thing. I'm like, you know what? I was right. We're not seeing eye to eye to this, but I was right.
Right. But the time on this decision is closing soon. We're going to find out very soon what's going to happen. But Eduardo, can you tell us again? Let's repeat the decision in case somebody missed it somehow.
Sure. I mean, we'll put it up on screen so that you get to see that, there's about 9 minutes-ish on this. So our production team is going to put that up on screen for you. The decision that is closing today. And that is how will Rachel testify at the tribunal. So, redemption, quit the foundation, suffering is begged to be forgiven, and damnation option is insist she's right. I'm going to say it. I don't think suffering's going to get there. Although it seems... Yeah, there's a rally on suffering for like a big boost.
Suffering is suffering here. Suffering is not having a redemption right now. Look how meta it's like referring to the options themselves in terms of other options. This is how far we've gone here. But honestly, how cruel. Xavier is really on my last nerve. Like, the lady took an eye out. Like, just leave her be. Like, you gotta humiliate her in front of the tribunal. Her daughter's missing. Her husband's fooling around with Krista. She doesn't only have 2 eyes, but also 2 other things that maybe are nicer than Rachel's.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Xavier could be like, you know what? Take a chill for a bit. Take some time. You come back in a day or two. Like,
Yeah,
That is
take,
just
take like a
you took
leave
your
of
eye. We need
mental
to. We
health
need to.
break.
It's
mental
like we need
health
to judge
leave.
you now. We're gonna judge you now, right now. Not gonna wait. I mean, literally right away. Like as far as you, the audience, are concerned, the scene is right away. Like I mean, the decision's
Dude, what
ending in
about
less than 8
like, do
minutes.
you need help? Do you need help with your eye socket? Do you need help with your eye socket, Rachel? You were there for me. How about I'll be there for you now because you're missing an eye.
No, but Xavier, just like the audience, prefers Eric, right? That's the truth.
Right. I don't know. I started off hating Rachel like everybody else, and I don't know. I feel like now because she's so true. She's so. Somebody is saying that there are scandals afoot. I feel like the scandal is ongoing here in Silent Hill Ascension. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just hot, Noah. You can continue.
We're gonna see how
Yeah,
this
I mean,
goes.
it's just warm over here. That's why we're.
By the way, I want to remind everybody that we have an interview with the fabulous Martin Montgomery after the show. So stick around for that because we are going to talk about some scandalous things. And it's almost time for the show. So tonight, a special surprise awaits in the endurance scenes. Eduardo?
No, I mean, it'd be my delight for sure to kind of fill in on this one. So here's the thing. Tonight we have a special feature in the endurance scene. We're not actually going to show you a video of this. This is going to be kind of me trying to narrate you through. Take some time around the campfire, so to speak. Now, you're going to see one of our
Close your
more
eyes.
prominent monsters in action tonight. I'm not going to say which one. You might recognize it. Now, in this final scene, you're going to get the endurance scenes. And in this final scene, instead of the character's hope being affected, it's actually going to be their fate. So the way this is going to work for you, the audience, isn't hopefully too complicated. On screen, you're going to see a triangle, and that's going to have 3 prongs: redemption, suffering, and damnation. It's going to be on screen not for super long, but like enough for you to be able to interact with it. So your goal is to span the fate outcome you'd like to see happen when that triangle appears. So if you like the character, or you want to see them be happy-go-lucky, you can go in the redemption path. If you'd like to see them, face the horrible hellfires of horror, you could go more for damnation. And now this is the thing. It's a more unique twist on how endurance scenes usually work. Now, this is a new feature. We hope you enjoyed it. Of course, we're going to listen to your feedback and improve as we go. But enjoy that tonight because we're just 2 minutes away from the show. Actually, a bit less. So, Noah, could you kind of recap the action for us?
Yes. Okay, we've had Rachel. She's losing an eye. She's losing her husband. She lost her daughter. We have Astrid also missing a child. And Eva being super, super creepy, as well as Mette. We do have a decision on how Rachel is going to testify at the tribunal. It's going to close soon. Please make your impact on here. And don't forget that after the show, we're both going to be back, Eduardo and I, for the post-show. And we're going to have guest Martin Montgomery here for an interview. So please enjoy the show and we will see you later.